Questo e Impastore, Rockstar, it's the fake Rockstar chat show. Pensieri, Tangentiali, formerly known as Tangential Thought Chat Show. Shout out to my co-host and doggy Evan Bailey podcast. Hey, 113. No, I got 114 114 in my pocket. I got that thing on me, bro. Anyway, sono toccato io sono Chief Gihareh, Julius Caesar, Augustus Carol Napoleon. All right. Okay, Chris Brown has another baby mom. And so this was, I guess it was leaked in a sense because from the other baby mama. So, okay, I know he had his first daughter, Royalty. He had the other son, Aiko, or something like that. I'm not sure about, I didn't know about this other baby mom. This other baby mom, I did not know about this third kid for real, for real. But I think like the first two, you don't really hear from. I hadn't heard from him. I didn't know nothing about I didn't know about this third kid. I didn't know who this and the third. But apparently, so the first time I saw this girl, or anybody saw her, anything like that, was at Paris Fashion Week. So at Paris Fashion Week, Chris Brown was with this girl, and I just thought that, it's Chris Brown, so it's just, you know what I'm saying. But he don't usually be seen. He's usually not seen with the girl consistently, right? So that was the one thing about at the Paris Fashion Week. That was the like small noticeable thing that okay, I seen she's because at first like the only thing I like this is just whatever. I had kind of noticed I like the fact that like if a woman's dating like a celebrity and she's not a celebrity or this and the third one, boom, like if you gotta take pictures, she would just be off to the side. She didn't like the reason I say that is because like the Travis Hunter situation. Like Travis Hunter, he's famous. He has fans that want to take pictures with him and stuff. And his girlfriend was like, "What am I supposed to do? Just stand here? Just sit here?" Yes. So she was not of anything, right? So I just remember like in the videos of Chris Brown at Paris Fashion Week, like again, it's Chris Brown, so you be like, you don't really see, how do I say, like, it might be a group of girls. It might be like 15 girls coming out of a hotel, or it's 20 girls getting into the like it'd be a group of girls. Like, so the first time I was like, you see videos of Chris Brown at Paris Fashion Week, you see her. And so it's like, well, okay, I seen her because like it's Paris Fashion Week, so it's like different outfits and this and that third. So to see her in multiple videos, it was like, oh well, who is she, right? So that was the first time I knew of who she was. I'm like, okay, this and that third. And then she posted a picture, like after Paris Fashion Week, she posted a picture of her and Chris Brown. And this is the first picture. So at Fashion Week, she posts, let me do it like this. So this is the first time she shows a picture of her and Chris Brown. Like this is from Paris Fashion Week, right? And this is her. She posted this. This not her. This is not from her page, but this is a picture. I think this is one of the first pictures she posts, right? So it's like, oh, okay, like she claiming him type of thing, like you know what I'm saying. But even this is I think this is a dope picture. Like if whatchamacallit, bro, if this your shorty, but she posts a picture on like you just in the background type thing, it was a slick way, right? So the first time she actually on her page posts a picture of Chris Brown is this picture. And it was like, you got to swipe to go see it. Like you got to swipe a little bit and then you see him in the background. So again, this is Paris Fashion Week. So like what I'm saying, like this is the first time I saw her. And like I kept seeing her in different videos. Like if you follow Chris Brown, it was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. You'll see him at Paris Fashion Week. She would be somewhere nearby. Like, and if they were sitting down, she would be sitting right next to him or just in the third. So again, like it was real cryptic. It was real slick. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 right? So that's her. Now, The thing is, everything, if you go to her page, everything seemed calm, cool, peaceful, and this and the third, right? Then I did this the one I did not know. I didn't know. So this the one I just showed you. This is, again, this was from Paris Fashion Week. That's the new girl, right? I didn't know, because again, like I said, you see Chris Brown, it be 10, 20 girls. But so to see one girl consistently, you're like, okay, what's going on? This the other one. I did not know her. So apparently she's baby mama number 3, right? I knew, like, I don't even know the first 2 baby mamas for real, but I know the first 2 kids. But apparently she's the 3rd baby mama, right? So the thing is, they go back and forth. So let's see. Um, this is what she posts. And she posts on her story. Leave me and Mons alone. Worry about your new baby on the way. So that she basically leaks the fact that Chris Brown has a new baby. Now, it keeps going. They go back and forth. So this is her name, Diamond Brown. His name, Chris Brown. They ain't know whatchamacallit. They just have to have the same last name. So this the other girl. So the other girl, she go back. Let me try to figure out. I'm not sure. Oh, that was her again. Oh, okay. Boom. So this what the other girl say. Now the other girl, I'm gonna just go ahead and read it just for you like that. She said, bitch, you lame for running to the internet, trying to air business out. So mind you, nobody knew, right? Leave me and Mons alone. Worry about your new baby on the way. Nobody knew Chris Brown had a baby on the way. And it's from her. I was wondering why is she still in the picture? Why do you keep seeing her? Like he's with her, out and about with her. And she even claiming him. She posting pictures with him. She's pregnant. But how do you find out about that? She posted and said, leave me and Mons alone. Worry about your new baby mama. So one of the things is basically this girl, the 3rd baby mama, is on vacation with another man, right? The 3rd baby mama's on vacation with another man. And so apparently, allegedly, the story is that Chris Brown is bothering her. So she's the 3rd baby mama. She's on vacation with another man. And so apparently, like, Chris Brown's bothering her and the other man. So just what but she basically leaks the fact that Chris Brown's current girlfriend is pregnant. And so then she says, bitch, you lame for running to the internet trying to air business out like you not the one that's stopping him from seeing his daughter. Never answering the phone. She said, oh, I forgot what you call it. She's like, shut that shit up. When you've been stopping that from happening, because you in your feelings, and Diamond, let's not forget who funds your whole life. Mind you, I'm saying here like, who funding your life right now? Right? Mind you, I'm like, who funding your life right now? So she was like, that house, them cars, everything lovely. Oh, that's apparently the last. So I knew Chris Brown had a daughter named Royalty. I knew about the son, Iko, but apparently his third daughter is named Lovely, and that's the baby mom. Her name's Diamond Brown, but her last name just happens to also be Brown. Chris Brown has a daughter with her. She's the 3rd baby mama, and the daughter name is Lovely. So back to this. So she says, you talking about 50-50, where your 50? This narrative that you trying to run to the internet to get a little attention is truly sad. It's never been about him not seeing or taking care of his daughter. Stop trying to act like you just bossed up. She said, stop trying to act like you just bossed up. Keep acting for the net though. That what moves. Right. So she was like, let me see. This narrative you're trying to run to the internet to get a little attention is truly sad. It's never, let me turn this around so my face ain't much more. She was like, this narrative you're trying to run on the internet to get a little attention is truly sad. It's never been about him not seeing or taking care of his daughter. Stop trying to act like you just this bossed up bitch. Keep acting for the net though. That's what moves your lame ass. Nobody trying to ruin your relationship, ho. You fucking with people who be around at the house smiling in faces, little homies, just because you want to get a rise out of your baby daddy. It's called principle, and you should never move this out the way. She's like, it's called principle, and dang, this joint is in the way. Can I hide this? Let me see something. Let me cut that off. Let me see what happens. No. Yeah, okay. It doesn't help. Okay, but she was like, no, it's called principle. You should never fuck with people, baby. Your baby daddy's peoples. You thought you ate with that story, huh? She was like, take your something and worry about talking about this. Me and mine's. I be quiet. I be quiet. I be so quiet. You did that. You really outdid yourself. So then she says that. Then the girl comes back and she says this part. She was like, so this goes back to Diamond. This is the third baby mama. She was like, you don't know shit. I know this man for years. You been around for how long? LOL. He said jumping, you say how high. First of all, she said she tried to handle it privately. This is the second time he's pissed about her moving on. And so the thing about this is, you know, what happened with Karushi, right? So mind you, Chris Brown has a baby with her. So her moving on and this and the third, maybe there may be some legitimacy to it, right? She's like, this is the second time he's been pissed about me moving on. You don't know shit. You just came around and nigga blew her man's phone and her brother's and started making threats. She was like, I don't take shit lightly. You don't want to smoke for her. Watch your mouth. She said, I never kept Chris Brown from Lovely. Again, that's the daughter's name. But one time, and it was recently because the weirdo spazzed out on my daughter's best friend's parents about a sleepover after her birthday party. He be feeding you whatever you want to hear, shorty. I have a job, bitch. I do my part. What do you do for a living besides bow down? On top of that, she's like, she's the main parent. She's with the child day in, day out. Something you know nothing about. And then she was like, fucking with your baby daddy's people, you dumb. She said, this I know you know nothing. She said she been with the man before she got pregnant with Lovely. So she said, get off social media, bitch. Wait till the baby come out. I'm gonna whoop your ass for real. So after she says that, the other girl, also, her last story was like, I don't argue with folks beneath me. So anyways, back to regular scheduled programming. Let delusional rock folks need some attention, clearly. So they was going back and forth. So that's that on that, right? Again, this her. That's her. That's the new baby mom. So, Chris Brown has a fourth baby mom. He has a fourth baby mom. And the drama is the third baby mom is the one that told the internet, because she said, worry about your new baby on the way. Now, there's a lot of things to kind of sort of like, you know, look into, kind of sort of like just to talk about maybe, right? Because one, like I said, you don't hear from the first two baby moms. Like, it's just a whole thing, like, baby mama drama, bro. You don't hear from like the first two moms, or like, you know, some stuff just be kind of like quiet. So this be one of the biggest things, like having a kid with the most. They tell you the main piece of advice is be careful who you had kids with. Boy. And like what kind of gave me is the fact that even like this new one, the fourth one, you see like the fact that she even had to go to the internet and the fact she didn't have to. That's one thing, right? But the fact she did, so it's like, because somebody said you're going to end up being just like she is, and it's like, yeah, I mean not yeah, but I mean the current baby mama. She's sitting here talking all high and mighty, but don't you think that's how the third baby mama felt? at some point. Like she was like this and the third. So, um, yeah. Now this is just a couple things. So they said, well, it's what you can piece together from the story is the fact that the third baby mom wasn't allowing Chris Brown to come see the daughter or something. And she said that it was because of how he was acting after a birthday party or something like that, a sleepover in some birthday party or something. Because it's like a couple of little things I want to mention, like the fact that the third baby mom says, worry about your new baby on the way, right? Because one of the things is, okay, because she confirms whoever that she's messing with now has some connection to Chris Brown. Whoever she's messing with now has some connection with Chris Brown. But what she says in her defense is that she was messing with him before she got pregnant by Chris Brown. So if we got to go back to the whatchamacallit, that's what she says. She says, in the third, let's see, one, two, in the third little stanza here, she says she fucking with her baby daddy's peoples. She's like, this how y'all know you know nothing. She said she was with this man before she got pregnant with whatchamacallit. So when we go back to here of what she said, this is the fourth baby mom, the current one. She said that, like you messing with people who be around at the house smiling in faces, little homie, just because you want to get a rise out of your baby daddy. So so whoever, like that's a weird timeline, right? She said the third baby mom says, Chris Brown's third baby mom said that whoever she's messing with now, she used to mess with before she got pregnant by Chris Brown. So I'm not sure, how does that happen? How did you then get pregnant by Chris Brown and not the other guy? And then why would you go back to the other guy? Why would you start messing with him again after you done had Chris Brown's baby? And so the one girl's like, you messing with somebody who be at the house smiling in everybody's face. Why would you ever go back? Why would you go back? And if you are whatever, I'm not gonna say that she ugly or anything like that, right? If you can get any type of other, she said that she was messing with that man before she was messing with Chris Brown. So again, how do you go from homie hopping? How do you go from the guy that was around Chris Brown to getting pregnant by Chris Brown, and then you go back to that guy? So like those are things to keep track of. How does she, so because one of the like motives would then be saying like, okay, were you messing with that guy to get close to Chris Brown? I'm trying to make sure I keep track of like the stuff that just like kind of sort of mentioned. Were you messing with, because it's the fact that she goes back to him. She says that, so she doesn't deny that she's with him currently, but she says that and so the girl said, you messing with somebody that's a little homie to your baby daddy. And so she says, you don't know nothing, that she was messing with him before she was messing with Chris Brown. So you were messing with him. Somehow, some way you start messing with Chris Brown, you get pregnant by Chris Brown, and then you go back to the guy that you were dating before Chris Brown. Just going based off what she said. These are her words, straight from the horse's mouth. So were you using that initial guy to get close to Chris Brown? My big thing is, why would you go back to him? Because she didn't get pregnant by him. She got pregnant by Chris Brown. She didn't get pregnant by the other guy. That's one. That's one thing to kind of sort of note. So that's one thing to note. The second thing would be when she says, don't worry about me and mine, worry about your new baby on the way. Why would you say that? Right? You know, pregnancy is one of those, it's just of who should be saying whatever, especially to the public. Why would you say that? Right? Even if he's antagonizing, well, I don't want to say, I don't want to justify it, whatever, but if he's antagonizing or anything like that, because I think I think it's starting up because the third baby mom went back to her ex that she was with prior to Chris Brown, which is it has an association with Chris Brown, and they're on a trip. They whatever, right? Again, my big thing is, why would you go back to that person? You left that person for Chris Brown, got pregnant by Chris Brown, and then why would you go back to that person? And I'm not justifying anybody, but I wouldn't mess with her. You see what I'm saying? If she left me for Chris Brown, got pregnant by Chris Brown, had a whole baby, I'm not taking you out the trip. I don't want to go on a trip with you. I don't want to take you nowhere. I don't want to mess with you. I wouldn't want to touch you no more. But they out taking trips and stuff. Like, so that that is a little whatchamacallit, right? Because the other girl says you're trying to get a rise out of him, like you're trying to make him like this and third. Now I don't know who, but apparently she said that he was getting mad and frustrated or whatever. There could have been something based off the, because she said this is the second time she's tried to move on, and him being whatever about it, being mad about it or something. So there's that. Now, the new baby mom, that I'm only, whatchamacallit, it's the fact that she even said anything, and the fact that the current baby mom, which is the fourth one, the fact that she even says anything on their internet somebody in the comments was like, the way, because she's like, and now we can go back to what it's the current baby mom. This is what she says. She says this part about when you see the word diamond, she was like, let's not forget who funds your whole life. That house, them cars, everything lovely, etc. Right? Who funds your whole life? Right? Who funds your whole life? So I'm talking about this part right here. She was like, let's not forget who funds your whole life. Who's funding your life? Them cars, the trips, those things, right? And so it's somebody said, you, like, the way that you're talking and this and that third, because the one girl said, how long you been around? Exactly. So it's one of them, you'll be the next one. And for whatever reason, it don't work out. And it's not to speak, whatever, and you know what I'm saying, this and that third, but this is the one reason, like, of her responding. It doesn't bode well. It doesn't work well in her favor at all, saying anything. And like I said, like, you would have thought, and this is one thing, this is one of the things that kind of scare you, or not scare you, but like, put on the, like, the fact that she responded, Chris Brown says I ain't doing the internet games. I think that's the only thing Chris Brown said. I don't think I have that. I don't think. No, I don't have what Chris Brown just said. I'm not doing the internet games. So basically, with the new baby mom, I think her best thing, if she never responded, I think that would be her best thing. Like, but this is what I'm saying, that what scares you. She has, like, if you look at her page, she seems calm. She seems peaceful, right? But the fact that, now mind you, the girl Diamond did release to the public that she's pregnant. So, and she went to the internet and released the word that she's pregnant. So that breaks that news. So yeah, I just don't like the fact that the current baby mom even said anything. And one of the people in the comments was just basically saying like, "Yo, just look how she acting. You gonna be in her position. You gonna be acting just like the third baby mom." And so it's one of those, knowing the capability of what may happen, or in you taking a certain whatever. Like, basically what I'm saying is that, like, the with the third baby mom, no, with the fourth and the current baby mom responding, it's now of a thing like, I don't want to whatchamacallit, I don't want to speak it and whatever, right? But if or when he ends up moving on and having another relationship with another woman, the things that she'll be saying and or doing to get his attention. And the one thing about that though is, with the third baby mom, is like it's twofold, right? But if you truly did not want Chris Brown to be in your business, you could move in such a way so that he does not know what you're doing. And I know it's bad that she would even have to like be of that whatever, but it's one of those of just being conscious about, you know what, if I do or say certain like this and that third, knowing that she still has to deal with him, right? So it's just one of them things, like, you would try to move in such a way so that, like, I don't even want this person talking to me, but she has to, like, because they had a baby. So, like, it's one of them, like, if you know that this is a way to get some of his attention, knowing goodness well that it is, like, because those are things like, dang, like, as a woman, right, I can only imagine if she's like, dang, you just a third baby mom, and now he's about to have a whole nother baby. That can be whatchamacallit, right? So the timing of him having another baby, her knowing, why does she even know, how does she know that information? How does she know that she's, you know, how does she know that she's pregnant? And so things that a woman will say or do, let's say she does just she wants that attention, she wants Chris Brown to be focused on her or something like that, you know? I just think it's kind of sort of like, for the current baby mom, the fact that she even responded, it lets you know that, you know, it's one of those, if she gets put into a certain position, the things that she may say or do, and one of the things about these, like, let's just forever, whatever, these are all pretty women, right? It's one of them type of things, we have, like, for whatever image that they portray, the things that they'll do. I thought the one girl, I think her name Yasmin Lopez or something like that, they got a video of her climbing over the gates and keying cars. Erica Mena, tons of footage of her, like, her putting her hands on Safari, climbing over walls and trying to do this and that. Bro, they be having these certain images, but then, like, behind closed doors, these women be crazy. These women be crazy. And so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who does it. Neo the only one right now. Neo winning. I don't know how. Neo got 4. He got an Alaskan king size bed. Leo got 4 of them things, and we don't hear no drama about none of them. But baby mama drama, be careful who you have kids with, boy. That'd be one of the biggest things. That'd be one of the biggest things any man will say. Man, if you ask a man for life advice, be careful who you have kids with, bro. And again, like, just because of whatever, and you would kind of like, I guess in one sense, right? Especially with a, you would want the baby mama to not have the drama, you know? You would not want your baby mama and bringing drama to the internet. And yeah, I don't know how you escape that or get around it, for real, right? Now, because the only other thing, though, is that, like, for the most part, most people, even if y'all don't agree with, like, how Chris Brown will deal with the women, he is active and tries to be active in his children's lives. It ain't whatever, but he's now on, I think he's in his 30s still. So he's like 30, whatever, 35, 36. And this is his 4th baby mama. Fourth different baby mom. I don't know how many kids Future got, but it's his 4th different baby mom. So, I don't know, man. It's just one of, like, I don't know. Now, she should be able to move on. Yes. I would just say that, like, it's not that hard. Well, I don't think it is. Like, I don't think certain things are that hard. Like, him knowing who she's dating and the trips she's taking, I don't think it should be that hard for her to have that information to herself. You know, even if, because I think the pushback was like, well, he doesn't need to be doing X, Y, and Z, and so, but I'm just saying, even on some just moving smart about it, post it later. You know, even if she is on a trip or something, post the trip later, and be like, oh, that was an old trip. You know, and then the other part of just like, again, the fact that it makes it weird to me, the fact that she left this man for Chris Brown and then goes back to him. Why would you go back to somebody that you was already messing with? If it didn't work out, which means it didn't work out the second time. So that's the one thing that I look at in that regards as well. Like, she could be, you could have took a trip with somebody else and just like that, boom, boom. Why is it somebody that currently be at Chris Brown's house and knows Chris Brown, associated with him? So, I just noticed that. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything she could have just, one, even if she's taking trips and dating other people, he doesn't have to know about it. He doesn't need to be privy to that information, right? The other one would be, I guess some parts of it would just be, yeah, she can still, whatever, she can go around that. The other one would be who she then is, like, just go be with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The new baby mom, I'm just mad she even said anything. Again, you would rather want to, you wouldn't rather want to deal with somebody who's not going to even entertain, drama. Not going to entertain drama. So, 4 baby moms. 4 baby moms.